Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, April 20th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I value the path of love that is opening up before me. And happy 420, happy Earth Day, happy Jupiter-Uranus conjunction day. This is big Astro. This is really big Astro, and it's not just because Jupiter is a really big planet. This is really big because this is a transit that doesn't happen very often. Jupiter takes roughly 12 to 13 years to go around the zodiac. Uranus takes a lot more, like 80-something years, I think, to go around the whole zodiac. And so it takes about 13 to 14 years for them to meet up. And here we are, 14 years after the last connection, having our next connection. Now, these are interesting planets to connect because Jupiter is all about making whatever it is bigger. Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter's like, let's bring some good, let's bring some benevolence. But hey, also in that mischief, we will expand whatever needs expanding. And we're going to expand Uranus. They expand each other, let's be fair. But Uranus energy is liberation. It's change. It's awakening. Uranus wants to help us evolve. Uranus is that evolution revolution. So this is some quantum leap Astro, but it's not going to just take a moment, a minute, an hour, a day, or even a year. This is a process unfolding for the next 14 years. This is a road of love unfolding for the next 14 years until we have our next conjunction of these giants. I feel like there are so many lessons for us, and I've been trying to bring them forth over the last couple weeks that we've been talking about this energy. I think if I could pin the nail on the most important lesson in this quantum leap, in this potential expansion of consciousness, in this expansion or expanded awakening state that we are in right now, to recognize your values, honor your values, stay as close to your values as you possibly can, and make sure that in your values you're including the energy of love. That's the bottom line. You can skip the rest of the scope. But truly, that to me is like the crux of this energy. I think there's a lot more that goes to it. The fact that this is in the sign of Taurus, this is really interesting. Now, I have to say, I don't usually like sit here and be like, I hope I get this card when I'm shuffling the cards. Today I was like, oh, I really hope I get this card based on some of the other Astro actually, along with it. I was really hoping that I got this card, the abundance card. I was like, oh, this is so this energy today. And here it is. It is here. It showed up. Yes, this is expanding our evolution, our evolutionary dance with abundance. This is not just about money. While that is definitely included in this energy that's being brought forward, money is a tiny part of it. Abundance to me is clean and natural resources. It is friends. It is nature. It is garden. It is all of the good things. All of the good things. Love, friendship, all of that. That exists here on planet Earth. On Taurus, right? In Taurus energy. This is a call to break through and connect to and expand in and through our gratitude for all that we are given, for all that we have, and for all that we influence. Hello, Earth. We all influence this Earth experience by how we, thank you, phone, by how we walk through the world. And so this is a call to wake up to how you are walking through the world. And if there are places within your value system or in your evolving value system where you're called to shift, change, wake up a little bit around this. Now, as I'm looking at this astro, I'm like, wow, there's so many interesting things happening in here. Oh, I want to dig into all of them. And I'm hearing in the background, Michael Jackson, heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. So this energy is so potent, but it's up to us to do the work. Now, Uranus is one of those that is not afraid to bring a little thunderbolt to bring the change. Uranus energy, I've told people, and I've probably said this in my scope so many times, Uranus energy to me is if you combine like a tornado with some lightning coming out of it and then like a rainbow. That's Uranus. I actually have a card. I have some of my cards that I used to use when I used to do energy work. I'm not going to go through this gigantic pile to find it, but maybe it'll show itself to me. Who knows? If you meant to see it, right? But Uranus is that energy. It is not afraid to bring a little chaos, to bring change. And unfortunately, we humans can get very stuck, hello Taurus energy, in our patterns that don't necessarily stand by our personal values, but rather show up for society's values. And this is where we have Pluto working us. Pluto in Aquarius, which is like, you gotta empower yourself. You gotta empower your own vibes. You know, do you, for real, boo. So we do have potential, and we see it happening for this thunderbolt energy. And yet, universe, God, universe, source is like, can you stay in the balance? Can you stay in the abundance? Now, I love this card because this is Zorba the Buddha. This is such a Taurus card because Zorba the Greek, a hedonist, knew how to enjoy himself and pleasure. And I love that the pleasure here is represented by like a flower and pretty decadent colors and like grapes at his feet that you can't see because it's too little. But those grapes are there. See some grapes? Yeah, pleasures. So Zorba is ready to sit with the pleasures of the planet. And Zorba the Buddha energy, is ready to connect to spirit. And this is a big part of us moving forward in our Earth experience, is recognizing the human or the mundane or the physical and its beautiful piece, and recognizing the divine, that they walk hand in hand. And the reason I love this is because as I'm looking at this chart, I see the moon hanging out in Virgo opposite Mars, working to be opposite Neptune as well. Is it work opposite Saturn at all in the day? No, just Mars and Neptune through the day. But it's this reminder, like, stand on the ground, be here on the earth, recognize you are fully divine. I always love that quote, like, be humble for you're made of dirt, be noble because you're made of stars. Recognizing those truths together. I said I wasn't going to do this, but here I am going through all of these cards to find my Uranus card. This is our call forward in finding even more balance in and through these energies. Now, what I love is that the moon today is connecting to this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which, by the way, the exact point happens at 7:27 p.m. Pacific time. So, late in the evening. And I will say, be careful Today I was driving, you know, contemplating everything. I hear a song singing about heaven, and all of a sudden a truck going the other way kicks up a major rock, and it hit my windshield. Would have hit me right here. And I was grateful, freely grateful for the windshield in this moment. But it felt like an awakening moment, like in any moment. You're done. Are you showing up? Are you doing the things? Are you aligning with your values? I think that's the biggest thing. Are you aligning with love? Are you aligning with your values? And are you moving forward in this way? Because this is the path of love. The path of love is what we create with every step. And every step we take, we are either in alignment with our soul, with our heart, with our values, with what's true for us, or we're going against it. And so, to me, this is a call. This is a wake-up call. This is a big wake-up call to check in with our values, check in with your love value. Are you acting in this way? Are you moving forth in this way? And if not, this is a great time to make subtle shifts, to evolve yourself into a place where you can feel strong enough to do so. Now, there's other things that are going to be unfolding with this transit. Like I said, we have the Thunderbolt. There's a good chance that this is going to create some more Earth events. And I don't say that to scare you, because there's nothing you can do about Earth events beyond keep doing and being your best selves and trust your life path unfolding, right? Be your best self. Understand that there's a plan, and understand that while you may be able to wake up through listening to astro scopes and tuning into your higher self and being in nature and all the different ways, listening to the crystals, all the different ways that we can wake ourselves up. But there's a lot of people who are not there, and they need some pushes, and it's not up to you to do those pushes. You can teach, you can plant seeds, but while you can lead like the horse to the river, you can't make it drink. So keep that in mind with this energy, because forcing is not working. There's going to be shifts within monetary systems. We already see this happening. We're already experiencing it. I mean, come on. The price of things right now is bonkers. It's monopoly money, right? So, things are changing, things are shifting, but your call is the call to walk the path of love. Your call is to walk the path of what you value. Your call in this energy is to recognize the abundance in your life and find your balance in it. Your call today specifically, as I look at this astro energy, is to be present. Be so grounded in the present, in the unfolding, well connected to and trusting in the divine. Now, I love these other cards that I have. I have the Ordinariness card. The Ordinariness card is to look around and see the magic. There is so much around us. I marvel at my little plants. I love, you can't see it because of my fuzzy thing behind me, but I have this little plant that when I got it, it was just, you know, straight up and pretty. And my window's over here. And like, since day 2 when I got it, it's just been leaning towards the light. We're all lovers of the light. We all lean towards the light. But those magical things, to see those moments, to see the world as God sees the world. God sees the world through magic. I feel like I was given some glimpses this week of how God, source, universe, sees the world. And it's like how we look at puppies. We're puppies. We're puppies in this world. Can you see the people you love, or better yet, the people you don't love as much, as little naughty puppies, little naughty kittens? There is so much love here for all of us. But this is a call to tap in. I know Taurus is not necessarily the sign of love, right? But Venus brings us to love, and Venus rules Taurus. So, you know, it's there. It fits. It works. I want to dig into some of this other astro that's happening around it, because the other astro that's happening around it is so significant. One is the moon feeding in, that moon in Virgo. Body, mind, spirit, soul, and heart, all here, all present, all accounted for, feeding into this, reminding us we are called to be here. And we are all healers. We are healers of our karmic path. We are healers of our experience. We are healers, and we can utilize this energy in moving forward, in healing ourselves and helping ourselves so that we can bring even more love, right? And the other thing that I love is that before the evening is over, in fact, it looks like just about a half an hour after Jupiter and Uranus are conjunct, we have the moon moving into Libra. So I was speaking about balance with that Zorba the Buddha card. It's a call to balance. Balancing, again, this earthly experience with that divine plan. Balance pleasure with productivity. Balancing what we value with the places in the world where we can't fully step into our value because society can't honor it yet. Small steps. Small steps work. Keep that in mind. These small steps work. One of the things I was looking at is Venus. Speaking of the ruler of Taurus, Venus and Chiron are building into a conjunction. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow. Yeah, it is. It'll be Sunday. Sunday we'll have Venus and Chiron in a conjunction. And this is helping bring forth that healing vibe to this very big transit. Now, what are you going to feel in this transit? You may feel a little ungrounded. You may continue to feel tired and wired. You may feel some big breakthrough energy because there is potential for big breakthrough in this. And even if you don't see it today, please do not lose hope, because this is a long transit. Although they will begin moving apart from each other, the next 10 days we're still feeling this energy. And like I said, this energy reverberates for the next 14 years till the next transit. I also have the laziness card. So very Taurus, right? We had some lazy cat moments, Taurus energy in the laziness, but this is a card reminding us that your vision is just as important. Your daydream, connect into that. Mars and Neptune working with the moon are reminding us your vision matters. Your daydream matters. What you would like to see in the world, what you would like to see in your life, what you would like to see on your path forward matters. But it has to matter to you. You have to value it enough to be taking steps to align with that vision. I swear, that's the most important thing that I've said this whole entire scope. It took me almost 18 minutes, but that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the key. Now, the only card I have left is the projections card. And I think sometimes this is what keeps us from aligning with our values, aligning with love, aligning with the good. We've taken on the projections of our parents, of our ancestors, of our friends, of our teachers, of the clergy, of our astrologers. We take on all these all these projections of what we should and shouldn't be doing and what's right and what's wrong, and it can be confusing. And today's a day to shake off the projections, good and bad, right? Shake those off and tap into what you value, what feels aligned for you, and start connecting that with your heart and see how that moves you forward. See what steps that's calling you into. See where you need to balance the world, your world self with your divine self. Let the universe do its part. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I did find the card. For some reason, I always think this has lightning bolts, but it has like rainbow feathers and it has this tornado. And I guess this is the lightning bolt in my mind because I always feel like I see it. So it's not really exactly it, but close enough. Trust the divine unfolding. Trust yourself on this path. And as much as you can, keep opening up. More love. More love. More love. All right, so that's it for today. Just 20 minutes of Astro. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, you are the power, and you are the solution. Namaste.